Dussé and Backwoods. Make some motherfucking noise! Yeah, hold on. We gotta press the button, make sure niggas know we in here. Yes, I am your host, TunDeeEeEEE, aka TunGotJokes, aka Chocolate Papí, aka Chocolate Papí, all my Niger people, aka the Pinky Ring player, aka the Long Dick Slayer, aka Mr. Fresh sometimes, but not all the time, because then you'll expect too much. I'm getting it back, y'all. I'm getting my shit back. Come on. I stumbled a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But I'm getting there. Yes, we're back here. Dussé and Backwoods, another amazing episode. I got my main man here with me, my producer and Mr. LA, my nigga T-Reg. You know what I'm saying? Make some noise, T-Reg. You know what I'm saying? Here with me. Got my visual guy on behind the camera, 1050 here, and we also have, you know what I'm saying, a recurring guest, even though he was here last time, but you know what I'm saying, we got Ohana Bam in the fucking room. You know what I'm saying? Make sure Ohana Bam. You know what I'm saying? We got a bunch of gang members in here, a bunch of Chicago niggas. I got my brother here, you know what I'm saying, another brother here, KD from Chicago, producer extraordinaire, up and coming. Let's make some noise for him right now. You know what I'm saying? My boy. Now, the special guest of the hour, the man that we have all come to see, to hear, to talk with, a very, very, very special guest. It's an honor for you to be here, man, because like it's not something that you do often. It's something that you're doing for me, and I really appreciate it. I want to give it up for producer, writer, guitarist extraordinaire, he's been in the Super Bowl. He's been with Kendrick. He's been with, is it Kevin Lacey or what's the? Steve Lacey, excuse me, man. He's traveled the world. Make some noise, but for Rob Gueringer. I fucked it up. Gueringer. Rob Gueringer. Hold on, I gotta give myself the button. we practiced me saying Gueringer.
We just practiced this motherfucker. You said Gueringer.
I said
it's over with.
Gueringer.
It's over with.
Yeah, it's literally, you saw it falling apart.
You know what it is? You saw the R first. You got to see the U and the E first.
Man.
You saw the R first.
Man.
That's what happened.
Man, I tried. You just know I tried. I you know what I'm saying? I tripped at the finish line. I'm sorry. I was in the race.
Gueringer close enough.
Gueringer, okay. Well, Freaky Rob, you know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? But my brother, welcome to Dussé and
Bro,
Backwoods,
thank you, man. I appreciate you having me, bro. This shit is, I'm definitely proud of you, man. You've been doing your shit. I love tuning in, catching it, so it's like it's dope I get to be here.
Yeah, man. Thank you, man. Yeah, it's your time, man, because I really wanted to sit down with you, brother, and just shed light on your story, man. How old are you, by the way, Rob?
I just turned 27.
Just turned 27, okay.
Yep.
And from being 27 now, you first started your journey in music at what age?
Honestly, 2 years old.
2 years old.
That's what they got videos of me on VHS. Like that's when I started playing drums.
Mm-hmm.
So drums was my first instrument.
Okay.
And I didn't really pick up guitar and bass until I was like 12.
Nice. What all instruments do you play?
So I play fluently. I would say primarily it's guitar and bass, then drums. That's first love.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then I play keys enough to produce my shit. I did like 2 years on French horn. I did marching band.
Yeah, nigga,
I ended up dropping.
Hold on. Some niggas can't read well out loud, nigga, and you playing different instruments, folks. Like, damn.
Crazy. I ain't
He did. He just named like 6 instruments.
No, bro, I definitely was blessed to. But honestly, it's like the people you surrounded by too. Like I had a lot of good like mentors, and like my music teacher that I had in band. Like you couldn't even get in band in my school district until 4th grade.
And where you originally from?
Harvey.
Harvey, okay.
Yep,
Harvey,
yep,
Illinois.
family.
We were just
Harvey
talking about
world.
Harvey. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So he can relate. Shout out to Bill. You know what I'm saying? Bill, people from Harvey.
From
we
Harvey.
dropped that episode soon, so stay
My
tuned.
family from the city, but I'm born and raised from Harvey.
Harvey, okay.
So it's like, you know, and
City of Chicago, by letting it be known.
Yep. And so like even being in band, like if I didn't know my music director from band, not taking nothing away from God or anyone, but it's like I probably wouldn't be sitting here with you right now. Like he really like challenged me. I had different people, my friends, like when you had just a good support system around you, like it make you want to be better, especially at the crib.
Right,
you know,
yeah.
bro. Like,
What high school did you go to?
Thornwood.
Thornwood, okay.
I went to Thornwood.
So going to Thornwood has its own ups and downs and its own trials and tribulations. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If anybody knows about Thornwood, you know, it's not the best school, but it's not the worst school, that's for sure. But being in the Harvey area, it has, like I said, its own trials and tribulations. But okay, so that you went to a high school like Thornwood, that's they're very big on sports, football, basketball, track. I knew that they was big on that. What compelled you to stay in the lane of music and in band and stuff like that, rather than veering off into other stuff?
To be honest, high school is when I did kind of like steer away from band itself, like the orchestral, and I still love it. And it was like, you know, something I really didn't want to do, but I felt like that music director wasn't enabling me to like really be better and be great. Like my mentor / first music director, Mario, he was like always challenging. I don't know, y'all might have heard of, you ever heard of Van Moody School of Music? That used to be in Flossmoor.
Yeah, I think
like
so. Yeah,
this is him. This is his family. Like Van Moody is his father.
Oh, word.
So it's like he had been challenging me. Like he knew I was good at drums. Like, no, you're not playing drums. I'm moving you to French horn. Learn that. Like, you know. But I'm glad because it just.
What is that? That's the big fucking.
That's
What's
the circle one. But I did
the circle one.
Tuba
The tuba's the big shit that you be having
like,
to hold on to.
I was pissed. I'm not gonna lie. Till this day, he know it. I was pissed. I'm like, you what? Like I was first chair in percussion. He like, no, but it's like he saw it. Like I want this man to grow. Like I want him to be uncomfortable and do something different. Cause like
that's hard.
I kind of low key had a 1-up. I have been playing drums since I was 2 years old, so it made sense in the long run. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It's very interesting to find somebody like yourself and understand your story about it, because the last episode we had Bam on it, right? And you know, say shout out to my brother, he in the room, he chilling. You know what I'm saying? But we talked about his musical journey. We talked about my brother's musical journey. We talk about other people's musical journey. Even, you know what I'm saying, my homie T-Rig. Like, we talk about everybody's musical journey, and everybody has their lane in certain instances. But certain people, they start experimenting with certain stuff, and then they stay into that. With you, with experimenting in certain stuff, what made you not say, okay, I know I can play the drums and all this other stuff? What made you not actually want to make music yourself and be on the background?
I think it was just me really, because I'm definitely making music for myself now, but I think it was just me growing into it. I always been like, I feel like I've been chasing the sound that's like, I got to create it. I've always been able to hear certain stuff in my head, but like what I might hear, what's right to me is not always, I kind of go against the grain. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's just something that stuck with me in everything that I did. Like, if you asked me 10 years ago, I thought I would be the world's greatest drummer right now. And I ended up picking up a guitar, and then I found out like I got pretty much perfect pitch, like different things like that. You can't find out from playing drums. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so do you think like, that situation, do you think that situation that somebody pushed you towards something else is what allowed you to find your true calling and your greatness in what you do now?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Or was it just an overall interest? Like, no, I just like guitaring more. Or was it somebody that pushed you into it more?
No, I think it was both. Because when I started learning guitar, I right off back, I practiced it way more than I had ever did drums was kind of just like second nature to me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know I wanted to play for artists. I didn't know that shit. Like, I was gearing myself up to get ready to go to Berkley College of Music.
Oh, really?
And the homies was calling me.
First of all, let's make some fucking noise for Berkley. I don't think y'all know. Niggas that go to Berkley ain't stupid neither. So evidently, nigga, what's your GPA in school?
It stayed around like a 3-something, 3.7. Like, I'm not gonna lie, in high school, that's when I started gigging. So I was like, homework, all that shit. It was out of
right.
If somebody, you get a call in high school like, yo, do this concert on Friday. It's paying $500, but we got rehearsal tonight. And
so you started working early, like you started
that's
doing
what I was
like.
saying. Like,
so you didn't. So did you? Would you say that you really had like not even saying a childhood, but like a high school experience because you started technically buzzing early?
Yes and no.
How so? Explain.
Like my first 2 years of high school, like my freshman year, I wasn't really hitting the scene like that yet. I was just really starting to come around. So I was going to a couple of the house parties. I was going to you know what I'm saying, doing high school shit. Sophomore year on, smoked. It's like I had to grow. It's like, nigga, you got to pick. You want to be a kid or you want to make this bag. You want to make these connections. You want to get better at this shit and, like, kind of be ahead of the game for when it is time to leave for Wood and pursue whatever that was. At the time, I'm thinking it's still Berkley.
Right.
But I had niggas calling me home. Our friends, David Phelps, man, Hines, like people you know.
Right,
like,
yeah.
This not it. They showing us what we know.
Right.
Like, and even when I told my mom, like, I kind of wanted to switch and move to LA. Even then, it was still like, well, you got to get in school. You gonna be doing something. You ain't
Something,
finna just
right,
be
yeah.
like.
So you didn't go to school. Technically, you did not go to school.
Bro, I went to Musicians Institute here for 33 days. Like on my transcripts, it says I went for 33 days. I won an audition that came through you know, they had like the little program, I forget what it's called, but pretty much like they had a program where they would let artists come through. You could have an audition for their band, whatever, and you could pick the students from the school. Quincy Jones had one, bro.
What?
Out of nowhere, I didn't even know.
So you got picked by Quincy Jones?
Bro, Quincy Jones had one for this artist he had named Tommy Ward. He was kind of like on some. He was like a young Frank Sinatra. You know what I'm saying? He was like a young Frank Sinatra, and he was getting ready to do a residency at the Wynn in Vegas.
What the fuck?
I was like, between us, this is around the time where I was gearing up to go home. I was over it out here, bro.
Really?
Like, this was, you know, I moved out here October of 2014. This is like January of 2015. Like, it was like,
done.
I
remember.
It,
You know what I'm saying?
I was over
here.
it,
Like,
bro.
it was a lot. You was going through a lot. It was a lot.
It was a lot, bro. I was over it. And it was like, I had just told myself, like, literally, I was like, a nigga was struggling. I'm like, gee, I got $30. Do I use this shit to get in the Uber and go do this audition? Or do I use this shit to eat today? And I'm like, fuck it. Got the Uber, went and did the audition. I kid you not, bro. His mom, Tommy's manager was his mom. Bro, when I finished the audition, I just hear flap, 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 flap. Like, fuck, like, it felt like somebody was running after me. She's like, wait, you. I'm like, excuse me, like, what's going on? She's like, between us, there's at least 2 more hours worth of auditions. If you say you want this gig, it's yours right damn now. He loves you.
Quincy Jones.
No, the
Tommy. Oh, right.
But Tommy is pretty much, Tommy was signed to
Quincy, right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, mindfuck, because I was finna go to the waiting area. Like, you had to wait there for like, you know, till all the auditions was done. They said you would get a text. And she literally came up and was like, yo, if you say you want this gig, it's yours right now.
Right now.
And I was like literally in disbelief. And remember, I told you I didn't even have no money to eat. Like, I used it on the Uber.
Ooh.
Nigga, like,
First of all,
bro,
continue.
They took me to dinner, though.
Really?
So it just show you, like, how...
A movie, gang. Make some noise, man.
Like, bro.
Make some noise for my boy. He got a Hallmark Lifetime movie going on right here.
Bro.
Folks spent his last 30 bones.
I'll never... Bro, and you know...
Like
a nigga was 18,
story.
like that. You know, $30 to an 18-year-old, that's like 300, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay, you know what's crazy? All of that shit too, because and a lot of people don't even know this about you, right? And I know this about you from being older and knowing your family. You're related to an NBA basketball player.
Kendall Gill.
Shout out to Kendall Gill, Chicago's own, a Chicago Bull and a Chicago native. And you have a very big family too. And you're also related to the grandkids of the owner of Harold's Chicken.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of shit going on over here in my nigga blood. You know what I'm saying?
No,
he got a lot of success going on. You know what I'm saying? Niggas have made to the league. Motherfuckers have made premier chicken. You know what I'm saying? And niggas is out here now. You know what I'm saying? Getting the eyes of Quincy Jones people. Okay. So did any of that background within your family, like, at the end of the day, nigga, you can't help who you're born into. You know what I'm saying? And what you're born into. So the privilege that comes from being a part of that has to be something. So did you get any extra attention, or any extra lessons or anything that you were able to have an up on other people because of that connection with your family early?
I think that's what's cool about me and what makes my family respect me more, because actually it doesn't have anything to do with Kendall or with like the Harold's connection. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Harold Pierce's daughter is my godmom.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Her sons are my, I run with them. Like, but it's like they built that. Kendall built his thing, and it's like what I'm doing on the music side. I'm the first person really from the family to, like, you know, pursue it this young, and like really, like, I've only ever made money from music. You know what I'm saying? I thank God I never had to work like a
Never had a job.
Like not a gas station job, nothing. Like, the most I would do was go, my dad would make me
make some noise.
Like, yeah.
Folks say never had a job. Never had a job.
You know, my dad would make me work summers with him. You know, he did the construction
Right,
shit.
yeah.
And like, so I would be carrying around tools and shit. What's that called again, son? A hammer. Yeah, okay. Paying attention, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
But I'm even grateful for that though. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just it give you like a different discipline, and you just learn some shit that you can take with you forever.
Okay.
Like,
So
you know?
evidently you have a strong, tight connection with your family and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And what's dope about your family, and shout out to the Gill family, and shout out to your, you know what I'm saying, your peoples and everybody else, you know what I'm saying? Because I look at it as when everybody has an understanding within your lineage of being successful and being great, it then becomes a pot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And everybody has to add to it. You know, when you have something that you come from or something that you believe in that you think that others within your family can benefit from, it's then now their opportunity or their duty to add to the pot. You know what I'm saying? So all the things that you've done, you know, you've been able to etch out for yourself within, you know, your lane and add to your lineage and to your legacy. And you know what I'm saying? That's dope. And that's one of the main reasons why I wanted to bring you down here to really talk about that. Because I know that you've been through a lot to be able to achieve these things. Like one specific thing, you brought up your father. I know that you had lost your father.
My grandfather.
Your grandfather.
My grandfather.
Yeah, your
but
grandfather,
I mean,
yeah.
pretty much. Like,
Yeah,
that
it was
like
amazing because I know I reached out to you. You know what I'm saying, around that time. You know,
that's
like,
why that's my namesake. Like I'm
exact. That's why I wanted to talk about that.
So
like, was he a guitarist as well? Or,
yeah.
Exactly. I knew there was some
Yep,
serious
yep.
connection. There's your namesake, grandfather. So talk about how that affected you.
So
within...
he was Robert Louis Gueringer. My dad is Robert Christopher, and I'm Robert Ryland. We all Robert.
So you're the
Gueringers.
third.
And I'm literally the merger of, like, my family always talk about how crazy it is. I am literally the merge of granddad and my pops.
Yeah, yeah.
My pops would even tell people that he had me for him.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Because I connected closer to my granddad than my
And he
father
did,
could.
Right.
Even up until he was, like, an older teen. Like,
Wow,
you know what I'm
that's
saying?
crazy.
Because granddad played, and, like, that's where I get, like, you know, you would always ask me, like, how I got such a big music background as far as, like, even what I know song-wise.
Yeah,
and
songwriting.
stuff.
Hell yeah, your shit's crazy.
That's granddaddy,
Yeah.
though. Like, granddaddy, he listening to Stevie Wonder, Prince, Jimi Hendrix, the Beatles, like, Return to Forever, Weather Report. Then you got dad who bumping Wayne, Dre, Pop, Biggie. Like, so I'm like the merger of both. That's why I said I feel like that's one of my intended purposes.
Like the
is
best
to,
of
like,
both worlds,
yeah, you know
along
what I'm
with the
saying?
new generation as well.
Like, and it's a way to merge it all. And I feel like that's what I've been, like, working on cracking the code with these past couple years. It's just like how I do it, but still keep it me. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Dope. Okay, my next question to you then is this. What was the thing that took you to the next level with that and that even allowed you to come out here? So you started doing things in high school, started getting on gigs and stuff like that. When did you find the situation that's like, all right, cool, I need to take my talents to the next level and go to Los Angeles?
Another good brother of mine. Oh, you actually got him? Can I tell him?
Yeah.
Another one of the guests you want to get on here for the season, brother Rico Nichols.
Shout out to Rico Nichols. Let's make some noise for Rico. Let it be clear, and whenever you see this, we wanted you on the show, but you're out of the country right now doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? So, but Rico, you know what I'm saying? We're going to get you on the show, brother, because I know you had a story. So I literally wanted him to be on here with you. But, you know what I'm saying? That's
I'm
going
to pull back up.
We're going to pull back up for that part two. So, but go for it.
That's like my, that's my big brother. And, it's funny, me and Rico met because when I met him in my younger days, I still wanted to be a drummer. And Rico was like, Rico and Clem, hands down, coldest young niggas in the city. And I, like, literally admired them, but I was closer to Rico because Rico's stepdad played drums at my church.
It's always at the church, right? It's always at the church. Shout out to the church. Shout out to the church. You know what I'm saying? Hallelujah in this mother. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, like,
everybody musical background low key do be coming from church. You know what I'm saying? Folks came from church. You know you come, praising, we're all type of shit. Like everybody shit usually comes from church, and most. I mean,
it play a heavy part, and I honestly, and people be thinking like because of how like skilled I am in it, and I had that veteranship, but I'm not like, I didn't start playing in church until I was like,
I'm listening.
I didn't start playing in church until I was like 12 years old. Around the same time I started playing guitar, like I started playing in church like a year after, like maybe a year and a half after I had started learning to play. So it's like still sometimes it might be in church today, they might pull a hymn out or something that I don't know because I'm not like, I didn't really like grow up in it. I just had a couple strong years in my in my teenage years where I played. But it's like, it's weird how they know the kids that grew up in church, how they know those records. That's how I know like the Stevie Wonder records because that was like the stuff that was being played around me more. You know what I'm saying?
So Rico got you to the point though that you wanted to move out to LA. How?
Rico, what he did was on some real. He came out here and like everything I did when I moved here, he had just done. Like he was literally telling my mom like, yo, I know y'all looking at Berkley, but for what he want to do, he gonna end up coming out this way anyway because he had just went through the same thing. He went to Musicians Institute a little bit longer, but he was even telling my mom like, don't put me in there because like, you know, we knew what we were doing already. It was just a matter of time. Like, I had to just come gig and, like, show my face, go play at Sayers and play at the Federal and different things so people could find out who I was. And then,
so you pretty much had to start from, so you got here, you know what I'm saying, you started working with bro, and then you kind of just started from.
Yeah, you know everybody think he just threw me in. Bro did what he could, but it was, like, at least a year and some change before I got on Kendrick, even though he was playing for Kendrick already at the time.
Now, you know we finna go there.
You know what I'm saying?
Great segue, like, King. So cool. You get here, you get the vibing, you get doing shit. Your man's is here. He putting you in play. You know what I'm saying? You're working your way up. Next thing you know, you're working with Kendrick Lamar, Los Angeles owned, Compton's representative. How the fuck did that happen?
Bro, literally, bro. Rico had hit me and was like, yo, they might be going a different route as far as band-wise. They looking to, like, you know, get some new pieces. They want a new guitarist. I'll put your name in the bracket, just kind of be on.
And Rico was already working with them?
Yeah, he was already over
Shout
there.
out to Rico. Rico, bro, we got to get you on the show. We got to get you on the show.
Bro was, he was the drummer over there already. And so he told the music director, the other big homie, Tony Chicago. And then I was young, so I know for them they was kind of hesitant on it. And I promise you.
How old were you?
19.
19? Playing with Kendrick Lamar at 19.
19.
Continue, King.
And so I just remember being at home, literally like this, on the couch one day. And I got a call from Rico first saying that the guy that was kind of overseeing the music shit at the time with Kendrick would be calling me. And literally, soon as Rico got off the phone with me, this man called like, yo, you got your guitar, you got your pedal, can you get to center stage? And I'm like, when? He like, right now. And I damn near broke my leg. I'm like, I didn't even hang up.
I'm getting up right now in my drawers and everything, nigga. Hold on, let me get everything. Like, it don't even matter, nigga.
I didn't even like, I damn near forgot to like end the conversation. Right. Phone just on the couch.
Folks just said, listen, I'm grabbing everything.
Like, for real. And I went up there. I played. They was working on To Pimp a Butterfly. He was about to tour that album. Yeah. And I had to come in. He was like, is there any songs you knew? And I knew and I knew These
you had to
Walls.
Play them.
Yeah.
How?
Because
I'm practicing on your own.
Bro, yeah, you gotta think, nigga. If you know how we are. We from the crib. Like, preparation is key. If I got a hint that I feel like I'm gonna get called for this shit, I done been listening to it. I'm studying the show. When Rico listening to their rehearsals at home, I'm in the living room with him, like. But I care that much though too. I'm going and I'm
that's dope.
Just searching, trying to find their performances on YouTube, whatever. Like, you know, I would rather be prepared than not. You know what I'm saying?
And so some motherfucking noise. Freaky Rob, this nigga, that is what you call proper preparation. Prevents
winning that blew their fucking mind.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like that's the understanding of opportunity meeting preparation. You know what I'm saying? And making the success story from that equation. You feel what I'm saying? So, okay, cool. Of course, you went there. I know you know what I'm saying? Them niggas was blown away when, you know what I'm saying, when you got there and you got the, you know what I'm saying, showing out and shit. So how long did you run with Kendrick from that point?
Bro, it's like, shit, we did everything up until now, pretty much. Like, I mean,
what the fuck? What else? 19?
Yeah.
8 years?
Yep. 2015 for me, 2014 for Rico. So Rico really been there 9, and I got 8. So it's like I definitely been doing some other stuff lately, but it's like that's family forever and always. Like a lot of people don't know, some may know, but that's who actually Kendrick gave me the name Freaky Rob.
Wow.
That's who I got the name Freaky Rob from. I had this little
that's hard.
It was 2 things. You know how I am. I'm real technical with my shit, with the pedals and shit.
Yeah,
so I had the
much.
guitar just doing a bunch of crazy shit, and he just was like, yo, that shit freaky as hell. But as I was doing it, you know how I be playing. I got my little Freaky Rob. Yeah. He was like, and you got that freaky ass rock. That's your name, Freaky Rob. Like literally, and that shit just stayed with me. Everybody over at TDE was, yo, Freaky Rob, Freaky Rob. I look up even on other gigs and shit. Like when I was doing Mac Miller, rest in peace. He calling me Freaky Rob. Like, yeah, I got the clearance from Dot. You Freaky Rob over here too.
Right, Freaky Rob. So okay, hold on. First and foremost, Freaky Rob, you got it. This is your time to shine. This is not the time to fucking be bashful. I need you to look into the camera and list the niggas you work with, because you're so subtle, you're so humble, you know what I'm saying? You don't be doing interviews, motherfuckers don't know. You've just been working with Kendrick for 8 years, nigga. And then you've been working with legendary niggas. You just dropped Mac Miller like it was nothing, just threw that in there. So, fuck that. List who you've worked with in the past 8 years.
Man. Shit. Yeah, Kendrick, Lil Wayne, Eminem,
bro.
Cardi B, Chloe Bailey.
Talk your shit, man. Speak up, too, when you say it. Say it with your chest, man. Let these niggas know. Don't be humble, man. Cardi B, Lil Wayne, God himself.
I just did,
what you mean?
I did the Grammys with Steve. I did the Oscars with Rihanna.
Steve who?
Steve Lacy.
Oh, okay.
I did the Oscars with Rihanna. Did the
Rihanna who? Exactly, right. Come on, son. Keep it going, folks. Come on, man.
But yeah, Super Bowl, work with Ian Dior, 24 Karat Gold. I definitely been blessed, bro. And I get to do like the Soul Train Awards occasionally, the BET Awards, like the stuff like that. That's the shit that, as a kid, I used to be wowed by that shit. So those times, like
we used to watch this.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
So buzzing.
So to be in the house bands and do that shit is like, okay, that's different, just because that fulfills something that weighed on me since like a child. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you folks. Like I was watching the Super Bowl when you was performing in the Super Bowl. Nigga, I called my mom. She a Nigerian woman that ain't watched a football game in her life. But I made her fucking get the remote up. Look at the nigga in all blue that's out there fucking it up. He was out there fucking it up next to Snoop, next to fucking Eminem, Dr. Dre. Nigga, my mama knew who you was.
That shit was legendary.
Legendary, folks. My mama knew who you was. Hey, man. Hey, fuck everybody else. I don't know what y'all doing with y'all life. Man. But my niggas out here getting to it. Let's make some noise. Freaky fucking rock.
Much love. I ain't gonna lie, man. This shit just ain't for me, bro. That's for y'all too. So when I get to be around my niggas and y'all like call me, I know this man right here, bro. This man, Brenton. The video I got from him, I literally was crying and laughing.
Were you at the Super Bowl?
Because they said you know him, he tough, but he low-key sentimental too.
Bro, he was in fucking like, folks was like Tulum or some shit at the time. Yeah, folks in Tulum. So niggas is watching you rock out in other countries, nigga. Wait, what you mean, nigga? You lucky I wasn't in another country. I'd have been in that bitch we in Mexico, nigga. I'd have been that bitch on tables like, this is my man's, man. Everybody pay the fuck attention.
Everybody around the world was watching that shit.
But I don't think nobody could really understand. Like, bro, I felt so much love at that time. Like, a nigga literally felt heavy. Like, I gained weight, like, in a good way. Like, I couldn't even, like, for 2 days, bro. You remember? Yeah. Like, I text you back. It was a couple days, but it's like I couldn't do the phone for, like, 2 days, bro. Yeah. My shit I ain't never got on Instagram and had 10,000 nothing. Wow. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, everything was, like, just going crazy. And I was genuinely, like, enjoying myself out there, and I think that's the best part. That shit, even though it was work, that day for sure did not feel like work. That felt like that day of like,
that moment,
I've been drooling over this shit forever, and now we here. It's easier than I thought it was gonna be. This shit flowing better than you could ever imagine. The preparation was there. We rehearsed for 3 fucking months for the Super Bowl. I got the call for the Super Bowl. Now I can say it. I got called for the Super Bowl like that September, that October. And imagine that. I can't say shit per the NFL network. I got to stay quiet. I'm like, motherfucker, what you doing? What you doing?
Doing? Nothing. Chilling.
What you doing December, Jay?
Just chilling.
I'll be around. Like, I can.
I'll be around.
Just hanging around.
Like, for real, bro. And I
Okay.
had went through some bullshit. Like, the shit people don't know. Like,
Oh, okay. Well, you
Remember?
know what? You know what? On that note, we're going to take this break because I want to get into that bullshit.
Yeah.
We're going to take this smoke.
oh, yeah, no, we on there.
Yeah.
Facts.
Okay, so since we're here now for the smoke break, I want to know something. You've had a diabolical tour life. Tell me one of your wildest experiences while being on tour with Kendrick. Some wild shit that happened to you, like in like Scotland or fucking Ireland or something, because you done traveled, you know what I'm saying, the world with this nigga.
With Kendrick.
With Kendrick, like what is a wild, memorable story?
Wow.
Cause I remember one of the homies one time was telling me about a story that they had a random night when they was in Miami one time, and you know what I'm saying, shit was wild, had a great night. Next thing you know, this nigga phone was at the bottom of the pool. He had to jump in the pool with his full outfit, with all his clothes on. Some wild shit like that before he got on the plane.
That shit's
What's the wildest?
Bro, you would think, right?
Right.
Ain't
Ain't enough
right?
rights in
I
the
think I
world
know.
to fix that shit, boy.
I think I know. Not to put my brother on the spot.
I
Rico, I love you. But
Oh,
I got the night. I got the night.
You got the night. Oh, I gotta
Bro,
hear this.
I think-
Rico, we gonna get you on the show. That's the thing. So Rico will tell his side of the story.
Yeah.
So sell your side of the story, and I promise you, my brother Rico, we will get you on the show to tell your side.
no,
of
and
the
they
story.
going to line because he know.
Okay, cool.
But
Bet.
we had did a show with Dot in he was in Germany.
Okay.
I'm trying to
Shout
remember
out to
exactly
Germany.
where in Germany, but I remember it was this party promoter that, you know, he fucked with me and bro real tough. He was like, yo, y'all, this y'all last night here, y'all gotta come out. We gonna throw y'all an event. It's gonna be lit.
Gonna be lit, right?
Sure enough, when you walked on that motherfucker, you would have thought it was for Kendrick himself. Like, it was
wow.
crazy. Like, we had a section where it was like, we walked in, it was already like 4 bottles of Casamigos.
And it was
over
just you
there.
and Rico?
Bro, literally just me and him.
Okay.
It was like 4 bottles of Casamigos. It was like 2 bottles of Hennessy. Like, it was just crazy. And mind you, you know, we young, so we lit, we having fun, we teed up.
And how old are you?
At that time, I think I had just turned 21. Like, on
Just
the tour,
turned
I had
21.
just turned 21.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, either way, we was cool though because of the promoter guy. But
Right, yeah, you already knew.
long story short, it was just like one of those nights. You know, you look up, having the time of your life. But I also remember we was leaving that night, and bus call was at like 4 a.m. You know what I'm
the
saying?
fuck? So I didn't sleep.
No, not even a little bit. I looked up at 2:30. I'm like, nigga, you ready to go? He like.
So, okay, tell us about when y'all found the bitches. Because I know that doesn't, the good night doesn't equate without, at some point, you wasn't in the section by yourself.
Nah.
Like, it wasn't just you and Rico and the 4 bottoms.
But I mean,
At
I
some
ain't gonna
point in
lie,
time,
bro,
bitches came in the equation.
That ain't even what made the. I mean, like all that shit that was there. Like when we got there, everything like the section was already popping. It was like it was literally just waiting on us. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, right.
What I'm getting at is like when it was time to leave. This
And you
is
was in
where the-
Germany. Everybody spoke English, I'm assuming.
Man, hell no. They, bro, what?
Knock.
What?
Wait, hey, nigga, I don't know. I never been to
I
Germany.
Translate was my best friend.
Google Translate that.
Like whatever translator app I was using, that was my best friend. I was taking that motherfucker out to eat, everything. Like just making sure that we was in.
Your battery was charged.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Damn. Well, it was like that for me when I went to Ecuador, so I can understand.
so I look up, mind you, the bus call is like 4 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 2:30. I'm like, bro, you ready to go? He's like, no, not yet. 3, I'm pretty much dragging his ass out of there. This one tonight, kind of like, you feel me, took that slope down.
Mm-hmm.
This nigga in the car, now, you know, when you get drunk, you just got those few people that's like when they finna throw up, you got the one that's gonna, you know, be kind of weird. You got your one that's hot that want the window down. And then you got the nigga that's like,
That's me.
you got the nigga that be like,
That's you. You want the window down.
I'm finna throw up out
I'm
this
finna throw up
motherfucker.
out this bitch. Finna Earl at this moment. He ain't finna throw. He finna Earl.
Bro.
Okay, yeah.
And then you had the nigga that you hear it and they trying to hide like the Rico
Right.
doing all three of them motherfuckers.
Damn.
And now,
Folks
mind
is
you,
done.
we thinking we close. Like, I don't know where our heads was at on the way there, but I'm low-key shitting bricks because this Uber say that we finna make it back at 3:56.
Damn.
And this bus call, our bus driver, bro, if the bus call 4 a.m., your ass really want to be on there at 3:50.
3:30.
Like, at least 3:50.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, that's the idea, 3:30. Nigga, we pull up. We arguing with the Uber because he can't find exactly how to take us to where the buses is. So pretty much, I got 4 minutes to get me and Rico. We was like, I remember looking in the maps. That shit said we was like 0.5 away from the bus, like 0.5 miles. So like right under, not a whole mile, but that's like at least 4 blocks.
Right,
like,
right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Bro, this nigga Rico get out the car. I'm like, come on, bro, we got to catch the bus. He like, all right. This how the nigga presume to walk.
Walking like a goddamn
like,
old
bro,
man.
I was appalled. I'm like, bro, do you not know they will leave our ass in Germany? He like, I ain't gonna make it. I ain't gonna make
I
it.
ain't trying to be left in Germany,
Bro,
folks.
you remember how when we had gym back in the day, somebody get behind the big nigga to make sure y'all get y'all get down and back in 10 seconds?
Right, yeah.
I got to literally, I'm pushing this nigga and we running, trying to get to the bus. Like, they literally calling my phone like, yo, where's y'all niggas at? I'm running with him. This man start.
What?
As we running, bro.
What?
I ain't never seen a nigga run and throw up, bro.
Wow.
I'm like, oh, Rico. Bro. We make it to the bus. They dying. The big homies crying. They just can see. We didn't have a hell of a night.
Right.
This is the part that killed me, bro. I wake up the next morning. I come out to piss. Rico is slumped over in the cardboard box full of throw up.
What?
Folks done threw up.
Rico, we gotta hear your side of the story, folks.
Bro,
'cause
folks done
in
threw
a
up.
cardboard
Bro,
box.
bro done threw up from Germany to wherever the hell we was going. Bro, but that's my nigga. Like, and honestly, I'm so glad I was with him, because on tour, everybody not like that. You got them some people who would have left your ass, for real.
Right.
Like, no, I'm making the bus call, so I'm out.
I'm
like,
out. Wow. I don't know what he did.
you know, but we just close cut like that, and it's like, it's cool when you on tour with, you want to be on tour with them type of people. That's what I was telling you. Like, if you do tour, like, experience it, but you want to experience it the right way, too.
Right,
like,
people that you fuck
try
with.
to make sure the personnel is people you fuck with.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
the
I
vibes is not
understand.
just cool on stage, off stage. Like, that shit matter a lot. Like, the professionalism.
Yeah,
Bus
people that take
etiquette.
care. Yeah,
You don't
people
want
take
to
care of
be
you.
on the bus and the nigga got his bare feet up on the, you feel me? We got a motherfucking sock rule on our butt. You ain't got no socks on our shit. You
stepping on their foot.
Them toes is fucked up. Them toes is crunched. Motherfucking sock rule.
Them toes is crunched. That's
crunched.
fucking hilarious, yo.
Like, no, it's because, I
That's
mean, you got to
dope.
think about it, bro. Some of these tours, you be 3 to 6 months. You got to really live with it. You got to learn how to live with another group of people
you ain't never lived
that
with
you've
before.
never lived with. Some of them you might know. Some of y'all might believe in the same shit. But you know, like, it's a tour bus. Can you imagine being on a tour bus with somebody that's natural and don't believe in deodorant?
Wow.
Like,
That's
no.
crazy. My boy. Gino.
What's going on, man?
What's going
Rob,
on?
yeah.
Good, brother.
But it's like,
What
could
up?
you imagine somebody that don't want to wear deodorant on your tour bus? Like, and you hinting and, like, buying degree and shit and slipping it in their bed and, like, you know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. That's fucking insane. Tour life is definitely some shit.
Yeah, bro.
That'll definitely be its own journey.
It's way more than just.
And we're back. Okay, so no, we were talking about, you know what I'm saying, the tour life, you know what I'm saying, and everything, and that's pretty cool. Seeing as you're 27, you've been touring now since you were at least 20, 19? You know what I'm saying? 18.
Yeah.
So you've been touring majority of your life. How has been your social life and your your relationship life been, you know, while being on tour like that? How do you, you know, work around, you know what I'm saying, being a normal person because you're away for, you know what I'm saying, months at a time?
It's that's a good question. It's really just learning the balance, bro, for real. That's what I learned. Like, I learned it's okay to, like, if I can, it's okay to take some days off and, like, go home, see the family, which, I mean, of course, is a no-brainer, but, like, at one point I was going so much, it was literally, like, my relationship was weird kind of with, like, my immediate family, and it wasn't even their fault. No kids.
Yeah,
no
I know
children.
you don't got kids. I just had to say that. Just to ask
Yeah,
but
no
continue.
children. I'm like, you know, but it's just a practice over time for real. Like, I was not good at the shit. Like, when I first started touring, mama called me, everybody like, boy, your ass that went out there, you ain't called nobody. Let us know you breathing, nothing.
Right?
Like,
yeah.
it's just, but I was also like, just in the midst of everything, and that's a big transformation going on tour. Like,
You know what is
I'm
crazy?
saying?
I literally just seen a clip from Kobe recently. I think in his documentary or whatever he did, you know what I'm saying, that he had. And he was talking about the sacrifices that come with being great in something. And it's like, the thing is, everybody's not going to like it. It's not going to be appeasable or to be comfortable or convenient for everybody. The focus that you have when you're tapped into whatever it is that you do that you want to be great at. And the sacrifices come where you don't see family, you miss birthdays, you miss weddings, you miss graduations, you miss, you know what I'm saying, frequent phone calls, you know, family reunions, all these different things, because you're doing something that is propelling your name and your legacy farther than whatever it is that, you know what I'm saying, you were born into. So it's like sometimes it hinders those relationships. You know what I'm saying? It hinders those situations, you know, that you would want to be in, you know what I'm saying, in those events that you want to be around with your family, but you can't because you're on tour or you in LA, you know what I'm saying, and your people in Harvey or people back at the crib, you know what I'm saying? So with that, though, how do you find time to still be able to connect with them and still focus on what it is that you're doing?
I think I just had to be intentional about, like, how I navigate with my time throughout the day. And I think, like, right now is the most, like, on track I've ever been. Like, I get up, I got a personal trainer, I work out at 8 a.m. every day.
Right, yeah, you used to be fat, folks. Let's talk about it.
Come on, bro.
How you know what I'm saying? You know, I love you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
come on,
you know what I'm
man.
saying? You look good. You know what I'm saying? No homo. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you used to be fat, my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? You used to
knocked
be
100 of them off.
You know what I'm
Still
saying?
fat
General
on his
guitar
side,
playing
though.
ass nigga. But now, you know what I'm saying? You freaky Rob. You feel me? Motherfucker be out there leg up, all type of shit.
100 of them shits off. But I ain't gonna lie, that came
Wait, hold on, wait. What?
Yeah.
You dropped 100 pounds, folks?
I was
Make some noise.
Make some noise for that. God damn.
Yeah,
Folks
bro.
need his own, you know what I'm saying, dietary plan. You know what I'm saying?
Knock that shit up
Like
off me.
Jared.
I ain't gonna lie, that was motivated.
Jared, right. Biggest loser or some shit, folks. You need to be on that show. Like,
Bro,
nigga, you killing
no
it.
bullshit. What's up?
You
Where y'all
killing
at?
it, folks. Yeah, exactly. You
got
kill
the-
it.
I got-
So how
I
did
got
that
the
happen? How did
numbers.
that weight loss
Highlights.
happen? You lost 100 pounds. How'd that
I ain't gonna
happen?
lie, it's just like on some real, bro. You already know niggas was smoking like a chimney before I got here, but then I come here, I got like the freedom to do me. Niggas started making a little money here and there. It's like, you know, you're gonna eat, and you're gonna eat late at night.
Right. You said you're gonna eat.
You're gonna eat in the
You're gonna
morning.
eat some good food.
You're
Right.
gonna eat at lunch. You're gonna eat after
Oh,
that.
yeah, that crafts lunch and that lunch
after
that comes
lunch,
from it.
you didn't even know this nigga was rolling. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it was just a thing. Like, when I did my first Wayne show, I'll never forget. We opened up the show with "Hey, Mr. Carter." When we started the show, keyword, everybody was dressed. It looked like a regular sitting. Wayne had his little intro where he came out. We played the band interlude, and like right before we actually went into the song, it went dark. Nigga, when the lights came back on, everybody, I'm talking about the drummer, the bass player, Wayne himself, everybody out their shirts and shit. Like the Hulk. I'm the only nigga standing there in my hands, in my teeth. Just like,
with man
and they
titties, like I ain't finna show y'all.
and they going
Fuck
crazy.
this.
All these niggas got dreads, so it just looked crazy. I'm up there honey bun as hell. Just one
said
finger.
honey bun. It said,
You feel me? Like, and I was like, nah. And this was the lineup, bro. We had Hey Mr. Carter, John, 6 foot, 7 foot. That's how we started the show. Nigga, by 6 foot, 7 foot, I had killed 2 bottles of water, a Gatorade, motherfucker.
so you losing pounds on stage,
bro.
key.
And
like,
these
that's
niggas,
really where
I'm nervous because these
the
niggas
smoking
ain't.
and the you know what I'm saying?
Bro,
that shit on stage.
Bro, I'm nervous because these niggas ain't touched they liquids. Nobody has even went. I'm tearing.
Going through it. Folks up there losing pound by the pound.
Bro, I'm killing shit. And I looked over at my tech like, yo, this shit ain't right. He looked at me like, nigga, I fix your guitar. I can't fix your, like,
Folks need
you know what
a towel,
I'm saying?
some water, and a nap. You know what I'm saying?
And that shit was just baby steps, bro. The niggas over there on Wayne, they was super already acclimated. Like my big bro, like Eric Ingram and like the other homie Keenan, like them niggas was getting up every day, going to the gym. That's how they started the day. And my ass was nowhere to be found. And then I just remember I told them on some real shit, like, yo, y'all hold me accountable. Like, and we did the tour. Nigga, the first 2 weeks, all they had me doing was just running the mile. I do what I could, like, maybe a couple sit-ups, but it was really that eating and shit. I changed that shit. The first 2 weeks, bro, I had lost 30 pounds. Like, I could not believe this shit. Like, my shit was already baggy. And for y'all people that's gonna lose weight, don't buy shit until you get to the size you want to get. Nigga, I did.
had to recycle so many different
Can you
clothes.
imagine doing 3 wardrobe, like, complete clear-outs on tour?
Damn.
Nigga, I went from a size 38 waist that tour to a motherfucking 32.
Damn.
Folks
Yes,
was
bro.
extra large to a medium.
When the clothes was big, I
Nigga,
had no
Yeah,
38.
right. He went from a double X.
Folks, the legs look like pillowcases, nigga.
Damn.
Like, them bitches was.
He looked like the nigga that was doing the snapping back in the day with the big t-shirts.
When I first seen you, you had on a big ass
niggas
polo
was husky.
and some motherfucking. It was like some swim trunks or something. Cause you remember
seen
we
him
had
in
the
a big
pool
ass
and shit.
polo
Like,
and some swim trunks.
folks came over ready to go swimming and shit.
Looked like a lifeguard that was lazy.
Yeah.
No, definitely. And
Big
that's
as
the crazy
hell.
thing. Out of all of them, I probably swim the best. No bullshit. I was in that
Like a big ass ball. He like a big ass floating device in the pool. Everybody can grab on.
this his pool. This nigga on the rail, like.
Damn, niggas can't swim.
This nigga
Niggas
on the
can't
rail.
swim, but your big ass was the one that could swim the best.
I
Yeah.
gotta say,
Well, I'm
come
glad
on,
for you,
that
folks.
bitch like
Man,
a
let's make some
big-ass
noise. 100 pounds.
tadpole.
That's some shit. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot. That's, you know what I'm saying? And that's like, hey, yeah, that too, bruh. Yeah, that's a lot, nigga. That's some shit. Okay, well, that's dope, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Life has changed, you know what I'm saying, drastically, you know, coming from Chicago, from Harvey, you know what I'm saying, to LA, to, you know, being with Kendrick, to now, you know what I'm saying, being with Wayne. So, what would you say is the biggest difference between working with Kendrick and working with Lil Wayne on tour?
Man, honestly, them, it's like they're both geniuses. They're both greats. And it's like, you know, of course, Wayne was around a little bit more, way before Kendrick, but at the same time, they both just, it's hard to explain. They both just got that thing, like even how they go about that shit. Like, Kendrick really is one of those like, I take my hat off to him. This nigga really be in there, like, he rehearsed with us. You know what I'm saying? He really care about the show. Like, Wayne gonna stay even if he got to fucking 2, 3 a.m. He gonna have that shit together. I think really the biggest difference is just the catalogs, the songs you get to play. Like, Wayne, come on, bro. That shit, when I got called for that, it wasn't much I had to learn, but like the specials and the band cues and shit. Like, that shit is that's our teenage soundtrack.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Feel different.
And the Kendrick shit
That's
is
nostalgic, damn near.
You know what I'm
Yeah, just
saying?
being a part of that,
and the Kendrick shit is cool because it's like I get to grow with that now. And I was already a Kendrick fan before I moved here. You know what I'm saying? The Section 80 and the Mad City, all that shit. Like, I was already hip to bro, but to see somebody grow and evolve and be through that process, but then to also play with another person who is like literally one of the blueprint creators. You know what I'm saying? That shit it just does a lot for me. And even just other shit outside of playing guitar, my production, just how I hear music, how I look at shows, how I
That shit
you know,
crazy,
put
by the way.
everything in perspective. You know what I'm saying?
Word. Okay, cool. Well, seeing as you have an immense catalog of the people that you work with, I want to get to, actually this last thing we get to is this low-key gem that you have, this hidden secret that a lot of people don't know about within this SZA song. And the song that technically that has just blown up for her in the past 2 or 3 singles that she's dropped, you've been a part of. And what song was that specifically? For SZA?
Shirt.
Shirt.
Yep.
So before we even make some noise, trust me, you know, so we're gonna make some
Hold your
noise.
applause.
But like that song Shirt, how did you contribute in that song being made?
I co-produced it with Roddy Jerkins.
AKA
Dark Child.
Okay, now we make some motherfucking noise. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You say that's crazy, right? You know what I'm saying? Now we make some motherfucking noise.
Yeah,
My nigga low key
on,
ended up co-producing that hit song Shirt by SZA with Dark Child just off a limb. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, explain that story, how that happened.
Yeah, man. I had just got back in town from doing some Kendrick shit, and Rodney had hit me. He was like, "Yo, bro, pull up. I got Solana over. That's SZA." He was like, "We've been working on some stuff, but I just feel like it's a couple joints that you can help me take to the next level." And I went over there, and he had played me the one joint, the other one that he got on there that I'm not a part of, the joint with Old Dirty Bastard. That shit was silly. He played that and she wasn't even on that, but I'm like, I knew she was gonna like that beat. Shirt was like, he had vocals, everything in there, but it was like, me personally, the beat that was in there, I was like, I think we can do something a little bit more special. And that shit was decent, but I'm like, those vocals, imagine hearing those vocals a cappella by themselves, and them shits was smacking. I'm like, yo. So he left to go pick up his sons from school, and in the time he left, I just asked the engineer, like, yo, let me get a blank slate, like, just with the vocals, and I just like started cooking some shit up. And then when bro came back in, I literally I had never did it before, but I just like hit spacebar, boom,
Just played that shit.
Yeah.
Opportunity, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. Proper preparation prevents poor performance.
And then bro was like, no, that's it. Like, and he, he contributed, added some sound, some stuff to it, and we like, I think I want to say he formatted it a little bit, and then he FaceTimed her, and she was like, that's it, Rodney, don't touch it. Like,
did he tell her that you changed it or
bro,
added some shit to it?
I can't remember. I don't think he did right off back, but I didn't give a damn. It was just like, you gotta remember, I'm still in shock because I had never just dropped the beat. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, you know what I'm saying?
What's the worst that could happen? They'll say no or no, I'll turn this shit off.
And that's my bro. Like, we got a
it.
really cool relationship. Like, that's my, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, he got a really cool relationship with Dark Child. No, Biggie.
Man, shut up.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing.
Nah, but it's like,
so, you know what I'm saying, award-winning producer. You know what I'm saying? Nothing crazy.
I got tapped in with bro in 2016. We did Shirt in 2020, bro. This shit just came out
in 2022, right?
In 2022. You see what I'm saying? So that shit had been, yeah.
Talk
So
about,
people think
you know
this, like, be thinking this shit happened right then and there. Like, this shit was that was a planted seed a nigga low key forgot about. And it was low key a gift. Like, when I got home from finishing Mr. Morale with Kendrick last year, literally, he hit me like, yo, I need all your info. You ask, I need everything. I'm like, what? Like, what's going on? Like, they picked the joint we did as the single. Nigga, that's why I have a new phone now.
Let's be clear. Everything new now.
It had blew my mind, bro. Because I was literally praying in that time. I had a couple offers to go right back out on the road. It was some stuff going on in production, but I was like, literally, God, what do I do right now? And if that didn't speak any louder volume, I don't know what would. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it was like that shit. I got the text for that literally the day after we had got back. So it's like, imagine you get out, you get back from this long ass tour, you sit down for a day. Next morning, bing,
They want you to come help produce a song with SZA.
No, not
not even produce. It's already picked the song that you already. Wow.
Yeah, we did.
Wow. Right.
So I'm like,
right.
I was mind blown. I'm
right,
like,
yeah.
all right.
Right,
I'm also
exactly.
like, okay, I hear you. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I hear you, guys, for sure.
Like, cause it was like, I didn't even in that time. I don't think going back out on the road could have gave me the joy that did. That phone call, like, nigga, I was on edge.
That's different,
like,
bro.
and it was still a process. We still like literally going through that process to finalize everything now. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like when I got that call, it was just like, yo, what the hell? Because of everything I had just been praying on and everything I was trying to like. I'm not even gonna say trying to pursue because I had been doing it, but it was just like I was watching that shit coming to fruition, like right before my eyes. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Wow, man, that is crazy. Like that's let's make some noise for that.
Shit,
Man.
I was about to say that. Let's make some noise.
Like I just have to process it. Yeah, I know you're waiting for me to say it, right? I have to process it though. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's some shit. Like that's amazing, bro. You know what I'm saying? And like I'm so proud of you and I'm so happy for you. Like that's why we here. You know what I'm saying? That's why we're here on the show. You know what I'm saying? To give you your flowers and to let you know exactly, you know, everything that you've done is not being overlooked. It's not being, you know what I'm saying, not glorified, not acknowledged. You know what I'm saying? You're a legend, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's
and I wanted
love,
to tell,
bro.
you know what I'm saying, here amongst, you know what I'm saying, all these people and, you know what I'm saying, the viewers are watching like, man, you are somebody that, you know, young people in the future will study, you know what I'm saying, because of your journey and because of how passionate and how dedicated you were to your craft, you know what I'm saying? And it shows, you know what I'm saying, because you have the results and the resume, you know what I'm saying, to speak for it. You know what I'm saying? So you deserve all of the recognition that you are getting and then some. You know what I'm saying? For real, because some of this shit that, you know, that you were able to say that you've done at such a young age, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a big bro, like, I'm just proud to say that I know you are, to say that I can, you know what I'm saying, bring you down here and brag about you.
That's much love. Thanks for having me, bro, for real. Like, I know
yeah, for sure.
Like, to see you growing and evolving and doing your thing, bro, that shit is inspiration to me, too. So it's like, can we give a hand for Tune?
Right.
You know?
Yeah, one time. Appreciate it. Appreciate that,
Hell
for sure.
yeah.
Well, yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hold you up too long. And, you know, we've been here for a minute, you know what I'm saying, chopping it about a bunch of shit. And it's been dope, you know, like your story is great. And what we gonna do is, what's dope about it, we got a part 2 coming.
Oh, yeah.
Because we gotta get Rico. You know what I'm saying? Now you gotta help us get Rico. Because one, Rico, you gotta come defend yourself. You know what I'm saying? Tell your side of the story. 2, we gotta hear how his involvement, you know what I'm saying, in his story, you know what I'm saying, in your story, because it's amazing. It's great, you know what I'm saying? And just like I had Bam and Fem, you know what I'm saying, come down on the show, I really want to see y'all dynamic and how y'all group, y'all lived together for years, you know what I'm saying? Y'all been on tour together for years with different artists, you know what I'm saying? So y'all story is very interesting, you know what I'm saying, as a guitarist and a drummer. So, this has been a great episode. Let them know where they can follow you at. Please give them your social media handle, and we'll go from there.
Yes, sir. Freaky Rob Music. Freaky Rob _music. I'm sorry. That's on all platforms. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and I'll be dropping some music as well soon, too.
Word.
Yep.
I got my bro KD here with me, you know what I'm saying? It was a subtle voice in the back, and you know what I'm saying, my nigga on the side, you know what I'm saying? Talking shit, laughing, you know what I'm saying?
Little Peanut Gallery. You follow the Peanut Gallery at World Famous KD, WRLD, Famous KD, you know.
Word. Yeah, and you can follow me, of course, at TunGotJokes. That's TUNGOTJOKES. And that has been this edition of Dussé and Backwoods, another amazing episode. We thank our special guest, Freaky Rob. If you think our show is dope, if you think our show is dumb, we don't get no fuck. We did it the dab way. Let's make some noise for Dussé and Backwoods. We'll catch y'all next time. We out. Yeah.